What's going on, guys? Matt Schaeffer back here with another Musaic audiophile build for you. This one is in a brand spanking new Porsche GT3, and also finally got the camera fixed. Let's go. So this one should look a lot better, but let's get to it. Now, first and foremost, since I always start out with custom first, we built a subwoofer enclosure in the back here. This houses two JL Audio 10 TW3s, and just to kind of give you a better perspective here, use a lot of coloring that fits the vehicle. So we have that blue accent that accents the exterior color of the car. That is the color of the acrylic. It's not painted. It just happens to match the exterior of the car. We have this really cool, gnarly little grille design here going up. It's all layered, and then the top piece is grille cloth. So when we look at it from the rear, it looks very stock and OEM. From the factory, this is just a little bump up here, and there's basically just like a useless space of floor right there. So you have two 10-inch TW3 subwoofers from JL Audio. They're thin, and that's kind of why we used them in this location. So we still have plenty of space, as you can see from the front. When you're looking through the rearview mirror, you're not losing any eyesight, so you still see exactly what you could see before. However, we're utilizing this space here for some JL subwoofers, and I can pull this top off as it's magnetized. I'll have to move the camera real quick, but this piece pops off. I can put it down. So that is your top insert there, and then you can see the JL Audio subwoofers. So you can still service them, access them very easily. If you ever had to swap them out or anything like that, they're very easy to get to. And there's magnets there that you can see that's embedded on that panel. And then there's recessed steel cups on the other side of the insert. So the insert just pulls right down onto that area there and covers the subwoofers. So basically we have the whole exterior piece, the suede, the matching suede piece. That's all one piece that basically overlaps the whole subwoofer enclosure and basically trims everything in. So that's how that turned out. And we have our GT3 logo, and that logo there mimics what you see right there. And we'll talk about everything up front right now. And as far as the inside goes, it's actually really simplistic, pretty straightforward, very easy to explain, so we won't have to take a lot of time talking about it. But we have our conductor controller. This is the controller from Helix. Basically, this is going to control our master volume, it's going to control our subwoofer, and it's going to control our preset. Also, the ability to Bluetooth connect our phone to the DSP processor. So this was just like a little coin tray before, something like that. So it went down a little bit more, so I had to modify this in order to actually accept this conductor, and wrapped this little area in matching suede, Alcantara suede, so it looks like it's supposed to be there. And if you hit this once, basically it illuminates blue, and that becomes our subwoofer volume. Hit it again, that shows you what preset we're on. We only have two presets in this case. Preset 1 being the OEM radio. We're using a nav TV interface, a Zen V module, and basically the factory Bose amplifier. This had Bose before. The factory Bose amplifier comes out, and the nav TV piece connects right to the fiber optic, right? And the Zen piece is actually giving us a full digital output, which is then going to our Helix V12 DSP amplifier. So that's how it is set up from the factory, and how the factory talks to our aftermarket system. We don't lose any functionality with the factory system. We still have all of our chimes, notifications, all that kind of stuff coming through on preset 1. And preset 2 is going to be our Bluetooth module, and it's going to give you Bluetooth control from your phone, or anything with Bluetooth, directly to the DSP. In this case, it's going to give us a little bit more sound quality and signal, which is what we're not getting from the factory preset. So preset 2 is going to be a Bluetooth interface that is a chip that docks directly into the processor, that's going to give a digital handshake between our phone directly to the DSP amplifier. So it's cutting out all of the factory electronics And because of that, it's giving us a little bit better of a digital signal from our phone or any kind of audio device directly to our processor. So that's how that works. And as far as the speakers go, again, we just kept it simple. We did a carbon illusion C8 woofer in the door. Overlay some pictures here of what the door looks like without the door panel on. We did a lot of sound treatment to the inner and outer door panel. We had to make acrylic adapters to basically bolt these illusion C8 woofers directly into the factory location. Nothing is modified. It bolts right into the factory spot. Same thing up here with our mid-range. So the mid-range in this case, we use the Illusion Carbon C4 speakers. So we have a 4-inch mid and then a tweeter. Now the 4-inch mid actually bolts perfectly into this location. The size of the speaker is absolutely perfect. So it's almost like a perfect replacement. You don't have to do anything or really make any kind of speaker adapter because it'll bolt into the factory location. Up here on the dashboard, we have our tweeters. Basically had to be modified out a little bit. The Illusion tweeters are pretty small, so it's a good option for this car where basically this tweeter area is a very small location and you don't have a lot of space for a larger diameter tweeter like a Utopia M or something like that, where you would definitely have to have some sort of a custom application in order to make that work. So great kind of plug and play type option for the factory locations. Sounds really good. Obviously we have our rear speakers here. We just kept them factory. It's basically a two-way 4-inch component set, and they run active from our DSP amplifier, right? So we're using almost all the channels on our DSP amp, and they are conveniently hidden in the floorboard. I can overlay some pictures here. There's 2 recess cutout areas in the floor where the feet go. The factory amp is down there. We're able to fit the Helix V12 DSP amp and the Nav TV interface in that location. And then on the driver's side, we use the Helix P2 amplifier, which, as you can see here, is basically built right into the floor. The foam goes around it and you would never know anything is there. So everything's completely hidden. This install's very unintrusive. Porsches are actually very easy to work on, believe it or not. And yeah, this came out to be a upgraded system from what was here. And of course, everything still looks somewhat like it's supposed to be here, right? So somebody getting in, they might think that that's some sort of a factory option, and that's always the goal with everything that we do. So again, I appreciate it. Thank you guys for following the builds. If you are new to these videos, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. We come out with videos like this all the time on all the builds that we do. Also, if you want to see other things that we have done, please check out our website, musaicdesign.com. It's basically a one-stop shop to all the build logs, videos, write-ups, testimonials of everything that we've done. We have everything listed by collection, make, model, all that kind of stuff. So it's very easy to navigate. You can see what we've done, possibly in a car that you currently have, and you're kind of wondering what our take on it was. So check that out. Also, follow us on TikTok, follow us on Instagram. Here's our 3 different handles below. If you are interested in us doing a build for you, you can contact me. Here is my phone number followed by my email address. These are absolutely the 2 best points of contact. So contact me here if you have any questions. And then finally, we have a podcast talking about what makes audio great in cars today, our thought process behind why we're doing the things that we're doing, why we're using different locations, like in this case, why it might be advantageous in this car to do an A-pillar set and have the mid-range go from the door where your leg sits all the way up top. You know, things like that. So you can kind of be more educated if you're a consumer and you are possibly going to get something done. So you can have a little bit more education into the insight and all that kind of stuff before you vet out a shop and see who's going to work on your car, just to make sure you know what's actually going on and you don't get ripped off if you go to a shop and they really have no idea what they're doing, because there's plenty of those shops out there. So check out our podcast. It's pretty awesome. And like always, guys, until next time, I'll see you later.